Yes, people, was good, was good. What a time to be alive. Happy Sunday, my people. Happy Sunday. It's ROP, Run of Play podcast, where we discuss all things football, but from the perspectives of our teams. All of the haters and rivals have run away today. I'm just here, me, myself, Dr. Toves, and the man, Mr. Johnny Boy. How are you feeling today, Johnny Boy, bro?
I'm fantastic, man. Happy. Arsenal surprised me today, to be very honest. Or I'm happy. Good start to the season.
Yeah,
Like you
and
said,
I can see
our
we're both
rivals
wearing.
are running away. So
Yeah, they're hiding. They're
they're
hiding.
refusing to answer some questions I want to ask them. Some hard questions.
I know what's interesting. I don't. We didn't plan it, but some of us are wearing yellow in our yellow
Yeah,
kits.
yeah.
You know, old ones as well.
Good ones, yeah.
Yours is way older than mine, but I just want
Yeah.
to rep Arteta. I was the captain when we were wearing these kits. But how are you feeling, man? How are you feeling generally before we get into the game?
Wonderful day, Sunday. Weather is night out and resting all day. So I'm happy.
Nice. So I think we have one place to start only one place to begin, which is the Community Shield. Did you see the game? I'm sure you did. What's your um general feeling before we start going into the ins and outs while we because Sean said he's coming, so while we're
Yeah.
waiting for Sean to come in, just your general feeling or your general take on the
Um,
game.
Ateta shocked me a little bit because he went strong, really strong. Like he played Raya, which I was not expecting. I think
Yes.
on Riley Sports we said he's going to play Kepa. So
Mhm.
that to me that was the first sign of intention that okay, Ateta is probably learning and taking this game serious because
Yeah.
we all know the difference between Kepa and the rest is too long. So starting Kepa is a show of intent, and then also he went to a very strong midfield of I want to say strong and kind of attacking minded because Bruno, MLS, and Odegaard is a strong attacking midfield. And
Yes.
then he went with Solis, which I expected, Madriki, which I expected, and Kai Havertz, which I expected. So all in all, I love the lineup, strong lineup. And also today's game showed me that in terms of midfield battle, that is where Arsenal is probably going to win the league. And we're miles ahead of everybody.
Calm down.
I know
Yeah.
I'm just giving my thoughts. Don't shoot me. Just give my thoughts.
Yeah.
Midfield wise, we are really, really stacked in the middle. Solid.
And we are still linked to somebody else. We are still linked to the Brighton guy.
Yeah, it's Hinshelwood. But I think that Hinshelwood has to do with the fact that I think Hinshelwood can also play as a defender,
Can play
as a
as
right
right
back.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I can understand the whole rumors to that. But
Mhm.
all in all, and it also showed that in terms of our preseason games, because our midfield was not ready and everybody was not together, I think that's probably why the defense was leaking so much goals. You saw today with the solidity in the middle, our defense was solid. I know Raya
Yeah.
had a part to play in that, but
A
in terms of
lot. A big part.
Gabriel, Mosquera, they were better. I think they felt more comfortable with the guys in front of them. So all in all, I'm happy with the midfield and the attack, midfield and defense. My
Mhm.
issue is still in an attack. Solis, big up Solis because
Big him up. Yeah.
Solis had a wonderful game, and I'm happy for him because um he might end up being our starting left winger because if we end up not getting a left winger, he has no option. I don't think Ateta going to trust Martinelli to be starting Premier League. I think today's game to me is an intention of the guys that Ateta probably is saying to you, well, I'll be
Hmm.
fine. I'll be fine if you leave. That's where I
Yeah.
saw it. The guys that didn't make giving the team. I think that it's Ateta kind of saying, you know what, if you guys don't come, I'm okay. I mean, you guys don't stay, I'm fine with you guys going.
Hmm.
So to me, Solis take the game for being our starting left winger. Havertz had a wonderful game as well too. I must big him up. And then
Hmm.
Saka looked sharp when he came on.
Yeah.
I was
Several look
surprised.
sharp. Yeah.
He was running. He was running without no stress. All those his limp run. He didn't do that today.
Thank
So
you, Thomas Tuchel, by the way, because that's not
hopefully
Arteta,
that
that's Thomas Tuchel in the World Cup.
hopefully that's a sign of things to come that he's actually getting back to himself.
Hmm.
Hopefully because we need a very solid and fit Saka this year if we have to do anything because Saka part of the reason why Arsenal has struggled this past couple of years too is the downfall of Saka. So
Yeah.
hopefully he gets back to his best this season. So all in all, I was happy with the team, and then the subs that came on as well.
Mm-hmm.
We are stacked. Rice came on, Zubimendi came on, Ngapi came on, Gyökeres came on, and
Yeah, levels,
came on.
levels. Yeah.
So I know we as fans, right? We like the transfer window, one new shiny toys, but today also put in perspective that our team is still very much stacked,
Yeah.
still pretty much stacked. So I still want signings, but if
Yes.
the club doesn't make signings, I can understand why they wouldn't make signings as well, if that makes sense. But I don't want them to be complacent because,
I understand it, but
like
the
Ateta said,
is giving them an excuse.
exactly. So I don't
Yes.
want that. That's the part. I
Mm.
don't want that because that
Mm.
would be a good cop out for them.
Yes.
So I want them to still attack the window. Like I want them to attack the window like we've not won the Premier League. That's why I want them to attack it
But
because
okay.
the way they've been attacking it is well as if we not won the league and they want to win it. Now we won it, they want to rest on their laurels. No, attack the league the way you as if you want to win the league. And to me, attack it from the front of not just you want to win the league, but Champions League. You see, Champions League, and Ateta stressed it last year. Champions League is what Arsenal should be signing players to do.
Yeah.
Champions League. So that's why
So
we still
you're
need
a
some
United fan.
additions.
Mm.
Yeah, I've been running
Yeah.
away now.
Oh, they're all hiding. When it was big
Yeah,
up,
hiding now.
welcome.
Yes.
Anyway, long time no see. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good. Summer, between work and a few trips here and there, I've been away.
Yeah.
And the heartbreaks from Amorim, I guess.
No, there's no
We'll get
heartbreak.
into all of that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I was expecting the Joe Pablo as well. I thought we were going to have a 30-minute section of Ateta Amorim ball versus Carrick ball, but I guess it will be postponed to a different show.
No AC Milan fans, I beg, on the show.
Yeah, man. For me, I'll start with general, then we'll go into the details. Like I said, we're just warming up while Sean was getting ready. So generally, I enjoyed the game because what I saw was the players playing with confidence. They played like they're the big dogs. You understand? They played like they're the champions. They played like they're never scared of anybody. Because if this was last season, the way Arsenal played today, attack the game will not be the same. They would have been back in their shell. Everybody waiting to see if there's going to be a counter somewhere. But no, they're just like, who's on the ball? Get away. Who are you? Get out. Who are you? Get out. That's how they play throughout the game. And I was very, very happy to see that. And I hope that throughout the season, that's how it's going to be. With David Raya and Donnarumma, the comparison is no longer there.
Was there like comparison before?
There was a comparison.
I mean, some people were saying Donnarumma is better. But I think Raya shut it down last season. So.
Yeah.
I've not seen that anywhere now.
That one is gone. That one, we even had a conversation on this pod. I think we had a conversation on this pod. I can't remember who exactly. I know you were not on the pod. David was there as well. David was the only one kind of saying yes.
Donnarumma versus Raya.
Yes, people were saying that Donnarumma was the guy. Even Johnny Boy was on Donnarumma's side. I remember.
No, that was at the start of season now because Donnarumma was at the start.
So don't make it.
We did it at the start. I think we did that stuff at the start of the season. I think when he was signed.
Yeah. Okay.
No, come on.
But anyways, the levels, and I was worried about this Solis guy in the previous preseason's game, but today, because we had a stronger squad and he could bed himself in very well, that was great. Miles Lewis Kelly, come on, guys, take a bow, son, take a bow. If United want him, 350 million plus 50%.
You don't like 1 billion. Why only 350?
No, you should have seen the way it was dominated.
You
the way it dominated. Whether it was Di Rice or Miles Lewis Kelly held his own. Yeah. What a player, man. What a player. Pick up the players, but let's hear from Sean. Sean's not really a hater per se, even though he has to, but really and truly, he's a realistic guy, so he knows.
For me, the story of this game is that Maresca is on sack watch. That's for me.
Already, as I started.
Immediately, he's on sack watch. That's for me the story because like this Man City team without Pep, there's just a lack of aura. I don't know if you guys
could be Rodri too.
Yeah,
Rodri definitely. Rodri 5,000% because Kovacic. I mean, come on. Right, and if you were selling Rodri to replace him with Elliot Anderson, can somebody explain to me why Anderson is now on the right wing making runs into the Arsenal box? Like, why isn't he where Kovacic was, being the one to dictate play?
Yeah,
I don't think
Maresca,
he was signed to replace Rodri though. I think he was signed to play with Rodri.
Maresca
was
cannot
trying
make
to
it.
replace him.
No, I think Boadi is the one that is replacing Rodri. Boadi, the guy coming.
Why did I get said? Yeah, I mean, see, there are many angles to this. But I think Arsenal obviously is coming back from the high of last season. I think Arsenal is fortunate to have met this Man City, right? So I think come against Xabi Alonso's Chelsea, everybody else with something to prove other than this Maresca, who is trying to fill the shoes of Pep, right? Because whatever he does is going to be judged on the fact that they've spent a shitload of money and he's taken over Man City. That's why I don't think he can make it, right? When you play against Arsenal like this, Man City is not Chelsea. Like Chelsea fans, they can argue, on Aguero on the road. They lost 3-0 today. They can be Man City. They don't do that. They don't chop 3-0 here and there, to their rival. So more of this type of capitulation from Maresca's team, and he's going to get sacked 5,000%. And I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen, right? When you see Semenyo on the right, like on the right wing like that, that's useless. Semenyo is wasted there. He's not a cross guy. Where Foden was today is where Semenyo should have been. So, for me, that's the main takeaway from the game. I think obviously Luis Kelly is a baller. I like him as a player. I don't think I didn't believe any of the rumors that he wanted to leave or that, and it makes sense to me that United and Chelsea didn't even actually make an offer because he was never going to leave. So he's a baller, but I think they're going to frustrate him. This was a good game, but I mean, Bruno G and Rice, I don't see Luis Kelly getting in there ahead of either of them. The
problem is you're right. It's because of how much they're signed for. You understand? If it was a level playing field, Luis Kelly would be there standard, like regularly. But he's like 19-20. Rice is like 24-25. Guimaraes is almost 29. You understand? You always count on experience compared to the young person. But pound for pound, I don't think they are miles ahead of Luis Kelly. Luis Kelly has a lot of things that they don't have.
Even Odegaard, right? Odegaard played well today, but I remember the Arsenal fans. There are times in the season where it looks like Odegaard's brand of drop deep and to me to you is not what Arsenal needs, right? And maybe that's where Eze is supposed to come in. So, everything looks bright and rosy. I think if you're an Arsenal fan today, you're very happy. It looks like the Premier League is already unlocked. You can't wait for everything to start. Yeah. But there's a long season ahead of us.
It is.
And lots of drama.
The thing, I already recorded my reaction, but obviously because we're having a live, I have not put it out yet. But what I said was, right now we played with a team that expressed themselves, and if you're expressing yourselves, we 100% we know Arsenal are going to shine, right? We have the players to do it. But it's when we start playing, when the season starts, we have those low blocks, mid blocks. We have to start passing around again, playing that horseshoe shape that they said. That's where the problem is going to be. But for today, come on, it's the same City that won the cup double last year. Right now, it feels like we are playing a relegation team. That should not be the case.
It's not the same City.
When Maresca was in charge of Chelsea, they gave us a tougher test than Maresca with Manchester City. So I think you're right. He might be on sack watch already because
it's definitely on sack watch.
Yeah, you can't. There's no way you can't motivate or organize a team that won 4 in a row, actually competed with the same Arsenal you're playing today. And right now, it didn't feel like it was a competition at all.
No, but it can't, right? I feel like those kind of jobs are, in a way, poisoned like chances. Stepping in after Fergie, stepping in after Wenger, stepping in after Pep, you're going to fail, right? There's no way around it. You're never going to be able to live up to expectations unless Maresca turns out to be some kind of genius. You're not. When you now add the pressure of Man City to it, where after this loss now, they're going to spend around 300 million. Between now and when they transfer into it, so Maresca has no excuse. There's nothing he can explain.
Yeah, true.
And I think the kind of pressure that comes with Man City, it's not Chelsea where you're punching above your weight, right? So passion and desire is good. Now, in Man City, you're expected to win. That kind of pressure, I don't know if you have seen it before.
Yeah. I know that we touched briefly on RODRI, but do you think it's going to affect that team a lot? Because Anderson played as a 6 in Nottingham Forest. I know they didn't use him as a 6 today, but if Anderson is the 6, would RODRI actually be missed?
I mean, Jordan, but maybe you go first and then I'll answer.
Bro, I think I can agree that RODRI is like the tool that holds the team together, bro. We saw it 2 years ago when once RODRI went down, Man City season was done. Even last season too, if you check most of their games that they didn't play without RODRI, they struggled. So RODRI is going to be a key component because what RODRI does for your team is that RODRI gives you that calming presence in the middle. He's the link between the attack and the defense, and that's why RODRI plays by himself. If you notice, he doesn't even play with anybody. He plays by himself because he's that good. So I think they're going to miss him, and I think that's why they try to use like 2 guys to replace him, which is Enzo Fernandez. Sorry, not Enzo, Boadi and Anderson, because players like RODRI, it's hard to find people that can play like them. So what you can do is there are many ways you can go around and maybe use 2 guys to replace one, or even 3, or change your pattern of play completely from what RODRI used to give you. So to me, I think RODRI is going to be a big miss for them for sure. So I don't know how Maresca is going to do that, but he has no time. He has to like you said, he's under pressure from game 1, so he has to adapt.
I feel like RODRI is who people were saying Busquets was that year. Right, so he's not RODRI is not like Makelele, he's not what's the guy's name, Kante, but he's a footballer and he's strong and he's big and he gets around and he can pass and he can do everything. When I thought City was originally going to sign Anderson, I was like, wow, it's not fair. How can he have RODRI and Anderson in the same midfield? But if they're not able to hold on to RODRI because I think he wants to go to Spain.
He has gone already.
He's going to Spain. No, but he wanted to go to Spain. I think he was having that thing that happens to Spanish players where, okay, now I want to go to Madrid or back home. So, I mean, Man City, they are weaker for sure. And if you're now going to play Anderson and some teenager from, I don't care wherever you're bringing from, Moroccan teenager, I don't care whoever he is or what his name is, from Leo, right? Like, if you're not going to be relying on Foden and Grealish and what's this guy's name?
Nico Gonzalez. They say I have Nico Gonzalez.
Kovacic too.
Like I saw a look in Haaland's eyes. Like I don't think Haaland understands what he has entered today because it's the life that he was living before with Pep. That's not real life, right? So I think he's going to really understand like what Premier League and what football is. So I think City are going to struggle. That's why I'm saying Maresca is a sack coach because embarrassment of riches, but they just the team synthesis. I don't think is there.
Yeah, I think I heard someone say on a podcast, it's a City fan, prominent City fan, that said that what he heard from the grapevine is Maresca is yet to be the cushion because obviously, like you said, it's hard to replace someone like Pep. And then after some time, once company is done with Bayern will be the actual.
Yeah, because I heard company was the person they wanted to go for. I heard that.
I can see that. That makes more sense to me because he was company today. City will have come with like a clear, like this is how we're trying to do our thing. Instead of they were just doing all the above. And they have ballers, right? Whether it's these guys and what is their left back name, O'Reilly or Diaz or Kushyanov, all their players can play football. So anybody you give them the pass to, wherever they are on the pitch, they cannot play. But a manager that can now put all those parts, and make them a whole. I don't know if Maresca, is cut off for it this season. And I mean, there are many such narratives. This is what I'm going to ask.
No, you go ahead.
I'm just going to say that there are many such narratives this season. I think Maresca has a lot to prove. I think the way he left Chelsea for this job, as if he's sure for him, as if they said this golden goose is sure for me. Let me just go here. And then at Chelsea, you have Alonso, right? And Chelsea fans, I think, are feeling very confident, even though I think Chelsea is still an imbalanced team with a very weak defense. So there's that narrative. Then there's Iraola at Liverpool, right? With their £400 million attack with Reds and Isak and Ekitike, and now they want to spend another $100 million on Bakola. There's that one there. Arsenal defending champions. Arteta is next in line to take over Pep. And I haven't talked about Carrick, right? Carrick and United with our Rashford, Carrick ball now, and our Rashford romance once again. Then there's the Zerbi at Spurs. Those ones, 150 or so million pounds on the midfield, right? They have to dominate. Or that's so like this season, I feel like there's just so many sparks that could fly. Again, so many 90s basically for us to try.
Yeah. So are you guys scared of us now? That's the question. You, Man United, and the other guys that we could consider rivals.
I mean, I think when you say scared, right? Am I scared that like the day that we play Arsenal will beat us?
No, like in terms of like dominating for
Right.
at least for this coming season, at least we don't know
Right.
about the future.
Yeah. No, I feel like the Arsenal team is very, very good, very strong. I was secretly hoping that Arsenal bought Vinny, right? But I think the best thing that opposing fans can hope for, that Arteta does something foolish, like spend 100 or something million and sign Vinny and pay him £500,000 a week because he wants to cater to a new guy. That would have been a guaranteed failure path. But no, I think the way they've kept the team is still very sharp, very lean. If Solis doesn't play today, nobody will bat an eye. Martinelli can step up. I think I'm sure Madueke has a lot to prove. So I think Arsenal are still the team to beat for sure. For sure this season. I think what people can hope for is that, and I think that's still the case too, that the lack of creativity, right, that was Arsenal's problem last season. If you take away Corner FC, a good number of goals basically are lost. So what people can hope is twofold. One, that there are injuries, right? So injuries come. Two, that luck. They're just bad luck that causes drama. Because Arteta is high strung. He strikes me as somebody that is very high strung and that emotionally cannot stand a bad patch if that bad patch lasts for too long. So I'm hoping for like the media to get under his skin and for him to crash out. So that's the second thing. And I think the third thing is maybe to just hope that without corners, Arsenal can't create enough or can't score enough goals, and then that causes them problems in the league. But they're still the team to beat. Sorry,
fair enough, Johnny boy. Should they be scared of the mighty Gunners, the mighty all caps?
I mean,
Gunners.
I echo everything Chelsea has said. Definitely, they should be scared, especially if you watch today's game and see how, especially midfield-wise, the options we have. I think every team that is going to face us this season now, we have to stand a chance. Is how do you survive Arsenal's midfield? That will be the question you have to wrap your head around, because Bruno G, Rice, MLS, Zubimendi, AZ, Odegaard, those are 6 solid midfielders, right? I don't think any midfield in Premier League is up to that standard. Some teams will kill to have just 3 of those players in their team starting, but we have the options of 6 of them. So midfield and defense, Arsenal is solid. The only problem, which I agree with you, is attacking wise. What is Arteta going to do differently to bring out the best from our attackers? Can he allow them to be more expressive so that they give us more goal contributions? Because their goal contributions is very low for an attack. So if he can switch up our attack, I think it will be fantastic. And I know that Arteta is going to approach this kind of differently, because I'm very sure he'll be aware of the fact that teams will be expecting to play a certain type of way. And teams last season started figuring Arsenal out. So I expect him to tweak his system a little bit so that.
Oh, you can be still stubborn and be like, this is my philosophy. I'm going to win with this, regardless of what they do. Like, that's how
I'm not really scared of anything right now, because, to be honest with you, no team has really done something that's going to like make me go, oh wow, okay, this is a team I'm scared of. Because even City, yes, they brought in Anderson, but like you said, they've lost RODRI, so that kind of cancels it already. It even gives them a minus on that aspect. Maresca is unknown as well. For United, I mean, they brought in Tillemans and Santos. That doesn't move the needle for me. For Chelsea's climb is kind of long. We don't know what Alonso is going to do. He has never managed the Premier League. How is he going to adapt?
And the team is really a mixed match of young and very old. Like, we don't know.
I trust Chelsea. Liverpool, their squad to me is not good enough, if you ask me. Their squad is not good enough. Irala is going to perform real wonders.
I mean, I would say that Liverpool are probably like, on paper, to me, if you look at Gravenberch, right, look at McAllister, you look at Gakpo, whether or not they sell him, look at Ritz.
I thought there was a year we go to Tottenham recently, no?
No, I think they're still
They're still exploring.
Yeah, you look at Isak up front, right? And I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting some of the Liverpool midfielders, but that Liverpool team is very okay.
You're forgetting
Most like-
Schloboschlei, but Schloboschlei might play as a right back because
Come on,
injured.
I forgot Szoboszlai, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they might be forced to play him as a right back because they don't have right backs right now. That's the issue.
No, Araujo can play. Yeah, I mean, and whenever he plays, he can still bank free kick from 35 yards, right? And score goal. So Szoboszlai basically is the baller. I mean, yeah, I think Arsenal, like I said, team to beat. I think if Arsenal loses the league or loses, right, it will be because of the Premier League being the Premier League. So a surprise, for one reason, they're not able to respond to it. The squad doesn't have what it takes to keep up the expectations or the pressure, right? Because right now, Arsenal's biggest enemy is going to be themselves. Okay, you've won the league, right? Have you been? You haven't been here in 20-something years. Do you remember what it's like to be the team that everybody wants to beat? Right, to be the team that everybody is coming to, playing their best defense and playing their most intense defensive performance against. I don't think these Arsenal players remember that. So yeah, it's a lot of pressure basically, and we'll see if Arsenal can manage. But yeah, if we're predicting the league right now, I think what people will say back-to-back Premier League trophies.
I don't know if I'm there yet. I'll
I'm not there
probably
yet.
I'll probably wait for the end of the transfer window to be able to say, and maybe the first 5 games, to be fair. But you're right in terms of the only team on paper that I think will be closely challenging will be Liverpool, because the manager is a good manager. He's a good offensive manager compared to like Slaughter was playing counter-attacking football. And one thing that I know with Iraola is that the attackers score goal. Anyone that plays a 10 from 10, 9, 7, 11, you guys just banging goals. Wherever you can see the post, take a shot. And they have those people that can do it. Szoboszlai can do it. McAllister can do it. Gravenberch can do it. Ekitike can do it. Issa can do it. So I'm a bit worried because I think those guys have a lot of firepower. And that's one thing that Arsenal lacks, that firepower that Liverpool has. So that's why I think they will be the closest. Chelsea is a wait and see thing. I think maybe 1 or 2 seasons, maybe from the season after this one, they might actually step up. Manchester City will definitely wake up at some point. But when? Is it going to be too late before they wake up? We don't know. So I still
United.
United will be a hit and miss. Because one game a week is different from actually playing in all competitions this time with big expectation. Because Carrick did not really have an expectation. I know later down the line when he started winning, people were like, okay, since you have this form, what can you do? But when he came in, it was more like just steady the ship, right?
True.
This time there's going to be actual expectations because he finished he took over 6th or 7th, finished 3rd in a grand way. So now I'm sure all United fans will have expectations, pressure on him. And there's one thing I know about Old Trafford. If you are just defending and not attacking, the boos are going to be very, very loud. They boo at halftime, they boo at full time. That might affect Carrick. So he has to win every game to actually get the fans on his side. Otherwise, there'll be pressure on him. That's why
he has to win every game. I think he has a better score now than he did last season, right? So there's less of an excuse even. More pressure, more games, but I think he has the squad basically to do it. I think he also has the benefit of a fortunate starting fixture list, right? We're starting with Hull, then we're going to Ipswich, and I think our next 2 games after that are also very winnable. So no matter the situation, no matter the transfer window story, no matter the excuse, like he doesn't have any excuse not to get maximum points from those fixtures, right? So even if we sign players late in the window, even if some of our players come back like Cesco, get back to full fitness later on in the season, we should at least build a head of steam to keep us competitive basically throughout the league. So I think the expectation for Carrick this year is to do top 4 again, which I expect us to do. I think part of the problem that Amorim had is that many United fans felt like the team was better than 15th, and so we're not saying just keep us in the league. We're saying the bare minimum for a United manager is to stay in top 4. Then the difference between a good United manager and a bad United manager is one that can take us the extra mile of winning a trophy. So Carrick needs to go from being, a good or regular United manager to being, a great one potentially by winning the trophy and by cementing another back-to-back, basically top 4 finish.
But he
Which I
might
think we
also
will
be
do.
lucky. Might be also lucky, like Ole, that he has the media as friends because they were his ex-teammates. You know, the Scholes, the Owens, the Gary Nevilles, them. Because from what we know from Amorim is that the board listens to those ex-players and the noises that's coming from outside. So if
I
those
think
guys keep popping him up, they might keep
the
him.
best thing with regards to media, the best thing that can happen to Carrick is for them not to talk about him. Right? Like that's if Carrick is the news of the day every week we're talking about Carrick, and it's not news that United are doing so well, that's the ticking time bomb. Because what it actually means is that every single decision you make is being scrutinized. Every selection, every media quote, every choice you made is being guessed and double guessed and triple guessed. And that probably happens if United are failing. So I don't want United to be the topic of discussion. Let's just be going on at the radar, right? Let the media be focusing on Maresca and City because they're having a laugh, or Alonso and Chelsea, or Arsenal and this thing. I think ideally for us, we should just be continue from where we stopped last season, just be beating people left and right and humbly, quietly going about our business. Not too much LA from Carrick. This
Unfortunately, he cannot be under the radar. It's Manchester United. So
Yes.
yeah,
Can be.
and like I said,
And
most of the
it's
pundits are
second season as
ex-United.
well, or first full season. So
Yeah,
he won't be on the So that can happen.
Yeah. No, if they're talking about him, it should be that wow, United are continuing their winning streak. That's the guy. And if that was the case, right, then he wouldn't be talked of. I think he wouldn't be talked about too much because people would know that was nothing to say. Oh, United won. Okay, story. People want to talk about things that are dramatic or have so.
yes.
Yeah, other story plot lines, please. This coming season, not Carrick.
But we've not seen you in a while. What do you think about the preseason? Because apparently you guys did not win any games this preseason.
Oh, right, you're being sarcastic. Yeah, I mean, United fans are a special bunch. See, the preseason was good, for what it was. I think preseasons now these days take on more and more importance because everybody just bored with nothing to do, right? So and because of the internet, the stakes of banter are so high, and so every single everything is scrutinized because it's an opportunity to attack either your fellow United fan because they like Amorim and you like Carrick, or to attack an Arsenal fan if they drop points against somebody else in their friendly. So it is what it is. For the football itself, I think I saw good things. I think this is one of the best preseasons I remember basically in a long time. Obviously there's our usual preseason pello, right? We've seen players who look fantastic in preseason, but in the regular season they can't keep up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think in terms of fitness, preseason looks good. In terms of style of play, I like what I'm seeing. In terms of transfer window, I think there's still more to do. In terms of personnel, the only thing that gives me concern is Rashford, right? I like Rashford as a person, but I'll prefer to support him from far. I'm not a big fan of this Rashford return parole because I don't see how it works. I don't see how he fits in. I don't think he's as good as a number 9 as Mbeumo or Sesko, right? I don't think he's better than either of them up front. I don't think he presses as well as Cunha or Dogo or the left. So under what circumstance are you playing Rashford? Right? I don't think he's going to be happy to just be on the bench. So for me, it just creates a situation where unless Rashford is scoring, which you can't be guaranteed, unless he's banging in goals and scoring, you have to use him the way Tuchel used him in England. One day on, one day off. In England, there was just 2 people. Now it's 3. So I think how is it going to work? I don't see it working. So those are the things that I'm worried about when it comes to United and Carrick. I'm worried about the personnel, the political things, right? You have Bruno, Maino, Tillemans, Santos. I like Tillemans, but he reminds me of Eriksen. There's this meme that has been going around of United's team in I think 2020 or so. I believe it was Dalot, Maguire, Martinez, Luke Shaw, De Gea, Fred, McTominay, right? Replace Fred and Eriksen. Replace Fred and Eriksen with Santos and Tillemans. And you have the exact same team basically that we had from how many years ago, right?
Yeah.
So I think United still need to go. If I'm United in the market, open your checkbook. bring out another 120 million, share it between Lewis Hall and Baleba in the next basically a few weeks, and let's go into the season knowing that okay, we're armed or ready to fight. But if you go into a
Newcastle
season,
said they're not selling Hall now.
I think if you give Newcastle 60 or 70 million, they will sell. The problem is I think the problem is that Ineos and United management, right? They've convinced themselves of this very supposedly genius transfer market strategy, right? Based on what they did with Mbeumo and Cunha last season or so, they feel like they found some kind of playbook that they are sharper than everybody else in the market, right? And the people that are spending 100 million on midfielders are foolish. Maybe not, right? Maybe not. And so they're not going to want to spend that money on Luis Hall. I hope they do, because for me, the thing is, give Brighton their money, give Newcastle their money, get me a solid DM. Because Santos, I think, is good. Like he's a good midfielder. He's robust, but he's not a tackler. I need somebody that can run all the way to our defense, carry the ball, and then run all the way back when it hits your opposing defense. And that's Baleba. He doesn't have start at the time, but we need to have that option. And then I'm sorry, the Shaw just can't be he just can't be our guy in 2027. I think he's a good player. I think he's one of the best left backs in the world.
That's one I would say that, but yeah.
Yeah, but he's old. I mean, his time has passed.
Fair enough. So you don't rate your transfer window.
But to me, with the Rashford comment you made, I think if a good coach sits down with Rashford, because in Barca, he was actually tracking back in Barca, because in Barca there's no, in those kind of coaching system, right? Everybody's a defender. In the Flick, Enrique, Arteta, there's no really,
something. Yes,
there's no really like a passenger. Everybody must defend as well as attack, and I saw that a little bit in Rashford. So I think if Rashford, all you need Rashford to do, if I'm Carrick, is to make Rashford to buy in. That's it. If you can get Rashford to buy in, I think you will see that aspect of him come out, because he showed it in Barca. And that's because he was bought into the Barca project. That's why.
A couple of differences. At Barca, Rashford was happy to be there.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying.
Rashford, he was grateful and happy to be there. So if they say jump Rashford, he will say how high, sir, do I have to jump? At United, it's definitely mixed feelings. At United, there's this sense of like, who is this Cunha? Who is this dog? Have they done what I've done? I'm Rashford. Everybody's talking about, hey, Rashford. There's definitely that sense there, right? And at Barcelona, I think he was competing with just one guy. Now he's competing with two. Like there are two people in front of him or competing with him for the same position, basically on the left, and also as number 9. And I'm sorry, the pressure is just not the same at United. Like I've already seen the clips of Rashford pressing against AC Milan. I don't want to go through that. I don't want to go through scrolling on Twitter and seeing, Rashford was not smiling today. Rashford laughed when somebody made fun of Man U. Rashford wore blue trouser and blue is not the color. I don't want to deal with any of all the whole Rashford drama. I don't want. He should go somewhere else. I want to support him in another club. While he wears somebody else's shirt. Not at United, please.
Yeah, so let's sticking with you. What's your expectation for, because the next week Premier League starts officially, and you said you're playing Ipswich first. So what will be your expectation? How many nils should he be smacking?
We have to win. There's no if for me, and there's no playing around with it. There's no joking around with it. Carrick can be sacked, like any other manager can be sacked. And if Carrick doesn't want to be sacked, he has to do the simple things and the easy things well. An example of an easy thing is away at Hull. You have to win. There's no. I don't give a damn if we have 10% possession, 5% possession, because we're still getting fitness. I don't care. You have to win. So that's it for Hull. You can't tell me that. And his main players have played, right? Mazraoui has played a lot of games. He has been back. Maguire is around. Pick Heaven or Euro, any one of them. Santos has played a lot of football. I think Mino look good. If you don't want to play Bruno Fernandes because he's not free, Joshua Zirkzee has scored a lot of goals preseason. He looks fit. Playing Mbeumo up front. Ahmad and Dogu, they've been around. That team is good enough to beat Hull. If you can't, Michael Carrick, I don't know what you're doing. So that's how I'm looking at it. It's like 3 points or bust, basically, this game.
Yeah, for me, first game, I'm 12:30 Saturday, all Man United. I think I will I would be hoping for a Hull win. First game back in the Premier League, they're at home. Why
Yeah.
why lie down for Manchester United? Go and beat them 2-1.
True.
Let's
The
start the
Tigers.
Premier League well in the right way. That's what
No,
we
there's. I mean, see, I feel like
What a beautiful story that will be.
the most Manchester United thing to do, and by the Manchester United, I mean the Manchester United of the last decade. The most Manchester United thing to do will be to lose that match. If you want, say you want media, you want Carrick, that's the thing that will be the most on brand thing for us to do. To lose, and for me to come here and start explaining how, we tried, we did this one, that one, it was the keeper mistake or anything like that. No. I think if you want to keep the story simple, let it just be that you guys are making fun of me for his Hull. That needs to be the story. It's only Hull. If anything other than that, then wow, we're in trouble. That's the recipe for disaster.
Fair enough. And Johnny Boy.
Honestly speaking, I know we want Hull to win, but like Shelty said, it's a game I expect United to win, and I think they should win it comfortably as well. I think what we're going to probably see is those kind of games whereby Hull is going to like start on the front foot, maybe the first 20-25 minutes will be over United, and United just goes on the counter, scores one goal, and the game is done, and then United just throw maybe like 3-1 or 3-0. So I expect United to actually beat Hull City as well. So, and we shall see on that.
And sticking with your Arsenal Coventry, what are you thinking?
With what I saw today, that's giving me a little bit of glimmer
baptism.
of hope.
Baptism.
Welcome
to the Premier League for Coventry.
I think Arsenal and the boys should go into that game confident and aiming for at least 5-0. A statement win. So, champions are back. Go for 5-0 at home, first game of the season. The fans will be up for it as well because I think the Premier League trophy is going to be. We're going to be given a guard of honor by Coventry also, so the trophy is probably going to be there as well.
Yeah.
So this because it's the first time I think they're going to show it in terms of Premier League to the fans because we didn't win it at the end of last season.
Yeah.
So that's everything you need to motivate you for that game is going to be on display that day. So go into the game, minimum 4-5. Statement win, champions, new season, So I'm expecting a routine win, 3-4-0 Arsenal.
Wow. Well, yeah, I'm expecting a smashing of Coventry as well. Let Frank Lampard take notes. He should come with his book, and he likes taking notes anyway. Yeah, it's Lampard. Yeah, Coventry. So I know he likes his notebook, so he should come and take notes on Friday because it's going to be a bollock. And I'm hoping that it's Gyökeres that starts and not Havertz. I'm sure Havertz will come in at some point, but because Gyökeres did not play.
Came in today.
He played like 10-15 minutes, isn't it? So let him start and let's see how the actual lineup is going to be in the Premier League, how the creativity is going to happen. So yeah, a 3-4-0. I don't know if we're going to score 5, but that would have been good. 3-4-0 will be fine. Is there any other picture we want to talk about?
I think
Chelsea.
Before knowing it was Lampard, I was going to go with an Arsenal. Walloping as well. But I think with Lampard, I'm watching my mind. Arsenal will still win, but I think it's going to be 2-1.
Okay.
You rate Lampard that highly?
I rate Lampard managing a small team. I don't rate Lampard managing Chelsea, but I rate Lampard managing a small team. I think he's able to organize a squad of humble people with players that can punch above their weight. I think he's okay with doing that.
Fair enough. Well, for me, I'm not really looking forward to. I'm going to watch a lot of the games, but not really looking forward to anyone.
Another thing that might be in Arsenal's favor, Lampard plays an expansive style of football. I don't know. He might trade in the Premier League, but for Championship last season, Coventry were very expansive.
If you expand to Arsenal, you are in soup.
I don't know whether he's going to translate that to the Premier League. So that
we can do a few talking points, like I said. So we did Arsenal Coventry, right? I think Arsenal welcoming everybody back to the league. Likely to win our home Premier League trophy holder.
Chelsea Fulham too is a nice one.
Chelsea smoking those guys.
Fulham, right? I think Chelsea Alonso back in the Premier League away at Fulham. I wish it was
Arbeloa too. Don't forget Arbeloa.
I wish it was Marco Silva. I wish it was an actual Premier League established coach that was good with his team and could give Alonso a warm welcome. Because Arbeloa is just coming too, so I think that one is up in the air, but it could be a tricky one.
2 managers that Madrid last season. Can you imagine?
I think Newcastle Liverpool opportunity to be interesting. Newcastle is at home.
Liverpool is smoking Newcastle. Who do Newcastle
Isaac returning back because Isaac wasn't there last season when they returned to. I don't think
he wasn't now. Yeah, and
Bruno G is gone too as well. Newcastle has a good manager, but it's also new.
Yeah, new manager too that's eager to prove himself, right?
With the younger squad as well too.
Yeah, Man City, Bournemouth, 2 new managers too. Right. Iraola left Bournemouth. I mean, this coming season, lots of new managers starting jobs for the first time. Yeah. Those with different squads, right?
Even the small teams too, like them Bournemouth, them Palace.
They
all have new managers.
Nottingham Forest,
Fulham. You're right.
So I mean, I think the season is back. Everybody tell your wives, tell your children. Saturdays and Sundays have meetings again.
Yes, Friday to Monday actually, because it's not just we don't just do Saturday to Monday anymore.
With the inclusivity of Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Yeah,
for us, because United have joined the big league back. So no more sitting down on Thursdays.
We're singing opera songs in the Champions League.
At least you guys experienced the new format for the first time. You understand it.
Yeah, that's why we need a big squad. No, we're ready.
Please, any other business, Johnny Boy, before?
Tight 40-something minutes. That's good.
Yeah. Right, there you have it, folks. Press the like button. You know what to do. Subscribe to the channel. Give us your thoughts in the comment section below. If you're a United fan, press like. If you're an Arsenal fan, press like. If you're a City fan, still press like. You understand? We love you guys from our heart. We love to banter, at least, But there you have it, guys. We'll catch you same time next week. And have a blessed week, guys. Peace.
Up Gunners.